Hey folks, this is Derek at Send More People Studios. I have a whole bunch of new features that I'd like to show you, and I hope you enjoy. Just before I start, I wanted to let you know that the video capture technology that we're using has this little circle that it generates as you move the mouse. That's going to be changing as we update our technology, so don't worry about that for the future videos. So one thing that Eric and I have been really investing ourselves in is to try to make the control scheme for Drift as easy and as intuitive as possible for the player so that they can jump right into the world and experience it without fighting the controls. And the focus goes on to making art and building the blocks without necessarily fighting the controls, which is a pretty big challenge when you are moving around in 3 dimensions and can spin around. Um, it's actually that level of freedom that has given us so much of a challenge in working out this game. Eric and I have been working on making the game as you know uh, as fluid as possible and giving you as much control as possible, so that, for example, there is no universal up. There's only up relative to your character's own perspective, right? So just like in space, a player can rotate around and turn so that what was once the floor is now the ceiling, like so. And if he wants to, make use a couple of buttons to level out and spin so that a surface can become a wall or a side. We think that this will really capture the strangeness of space, and when we have multiplayer going around and people are spinning every which way and building from absurd angles like some sort of MC Escher sketch, we think it's really going to be a fun experience, and it's something I'm looking forward to doing as we go forward. So another feature that we have in order to help the player maintain a level of control is the accelerometer, which you can see down at the bottom center of the screen. This has a red, blue, and green axis to represent the X, Y, and Z axes of the game world. And we hope that as the player rotates around and looks at things from a different perspective, if he gets confused, then he can just take a look down at the bottom of the screen and say, oh, there's the green axes, which means that I know I need to orient myself according to this in order to get to, say, what I know is the top of this big cube world. The block in the center there will change going forward as the player changes his own block, the particular material that he's working with. So we hope that the accelerometer actually gives a lot of information to the player and allows him to do a number of different things. Another feature, one that I just implemented today, is the arm tool. And as you can see, unlike the past builds, the player has this little rudimentary arm sticking out on the right-hand side with what at present is just your ordinary drill bit. And so as the player holds down on a button, you can see the drill bit going away, and if you had sound right now, you could hear the constant thump 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 sound effect of me drilling away. And going forward, this little drill is going to be replaced by the other tools that the player can craft. So there'll be actual drills, there'll be grappling hooks, laser beams, all sorts of stuff, and the arm will obviously increase in visual appeal as well. And then the final feature, which you won't be able to hear right now, is the placement of blocks, which, let me tell you, as a teaser, comes out in this really beautiful soundscape that has this echoey note sound effect. You'll be hearing it soon in another video that we hope to put up soon. At the moment, in the meanwhile, we hope that you're interested in these new features, and if you want to hear more and see more about Drift Game, you should go to driftgame.tumblr.com and check out our YouTube page and eventually what will be our Twitter page. That's all from me. Hope you enjoyed these features and hope to post another video soon. Alright.